What is the shocking truth behind the forbidden Book of Enoch? Why is Enoch forbidden in the Christian scriptures? If you are also wondering about the mysteries of this book, this is definitely the best video and most complete explanation for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the notification bell so you don't miss any echoes of Bible videos. The Book of Enoch, an ancient Jewish religious work ascribed to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah, exists outside of traditional biblical canon yet offers a riveting glimpse into antiquity. Though not included in the mainstream Bible, its tales and revelations provide intriguing insights into early religious thought, angelic hierarchies, and mankind's origins. Delving into its chapters, we uncover reasons for its exclusion and the profound secrets it claims about our history. The Book of Enoch, often referred to as 1 Enoch to differentiate it from other texts bearing similar titles, stands as a testament to the richness of early Judeo-Christian thought. Written over several centuries, its oldest sections date back to the 3rd century BCE, while the newer portions might extend to the 1st century CE. It is primarily composed in the Ge'ez language, though Aramaic, Greek, and Latin fragments have been discovered. The origins of the Book of Enoch can be traced back to the Jewish Second Temple period, a time when Judaism underwent significant theological and philosophical transformations. The Book of Enoch, like other pseudepigraphal works from the period, didn't claim to be a new revelation but rather a hidden one passed down from ancient times. Its attribution to Enoch gave it an aura of antiquity and authority. Enoch is briefly mentioned in the Genesis narrative as a man who walked with God and was no more, for God took him. This cryptic reference piqued the interest of many, leading to elaborations on Enoch's character in various texts, of which the Book of Enoch is the most extensive. The text delves into the details of the celestial realms, explaining the hierarchy of angels and their roles in the cosmos. It addresses the transgressions of a group of angels known as the Watchers, who rebelled against the divine order by mating with human women, producing the Nephilim, a race of giants. This narrative provides an alternative explanation for the cause of the Great Flood, positioning it as God's response to the corruption brought about by the Watchers and their offspring. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church remains the only Christian denomination to canonize the Book of Enoch, considering it an integral part of their Old Testament. This inclusion can be attributed to the strong Jewish presence in ancient Ethiopia and the nation's relative isolation from the theological debates and councils that shaped the Christian canon elsewhere. Contrarily, in other Christian traditions and in Rabbinic Judaism, the Book of Enoch was sidelined. By the 4th century CEE, it was largely lost to Western Christianity, with only occasional references to it by church fathers like Tertullian in his endorsement of the text. The reasons for its exclusion from the canon vary, with theories ranging from its controversial angelic narratives to its potential to challenge established theological viewpoints. The text's obscurity in the West persisted until the late 18th century, when Scottish explorer James Bruce brought back several Ge'ez copies from Ethiopia to Europe. This reintroduction sparked interest among scholars, theologians, and historians alike, leading to translations, commentaries, and a renewed evaluation of its historical and theological significance. While its historical origin is steeped in the milieu of Jewish apocalyptic literature, the Book of Enoch's content touches on themes that are universal and timeless: the struggles between good and evil, the quest for divine knowledge, the consequences of hubris, and the hope for a redemptive future. These are themes that resonate across epochs. The process of canonization, or the selection and affirmation of certain texts as authoritative scripture, was a complex journey influenced by a myriad of theological, political, and cultural factors. For many, the Book of Enoch remains a puzzling omission from the canonical Bible, given its early popularity among certain Jewish and Christian groups. Several reasons, both overt and subtle, have been put forth to explain its exclusion. One of the primary reasons was the controversial content within the Book of Enoch itself. The detailed accounts of fallen angels, their forbidden relationships with human women, and the consequent birth of the Nephilim challenged prevailing interpretations of Genesis. This narrative potentially posed theological dilemmas. The depiction of angels acting out of accord with divine will might have been seen as problematic, raising questions about the nature of celestial beings and their relationship with God. Furthermore, the Book of Enoch's intricate descriptions of the heavens and the hierarchies of angels lacked alignment with mainstream Jewish and Christian thought at the time. By offering such detailed cosmologies, the Book of Enoch ventured beyond the more reserved and ambiguous celestial descriptions found in canonical scripture. Another reason for its exclusion was the growing emphasis on monotheism and the desire to distance Jewish and Christian beliefs from neighboring polytheistic cultures. The Book of Enoch's angelology, with its extensive roster of celestial beings possessing individual names and roles, might have been perceived as echoing the pantheons of deities found in surrounding religions. The authorship and purported antiquity of the Book of Enoch also played a role in its exclusion. While the text claims to have been written by Enoch, seventh from Adam, its composition spanned centuries and included a variety of styles and influences. Canonical texts, by contrast, were often valued for their clear lineage and perceived singular origin. The lack of original Hebrew manuscripts, with most surviving copies being in Ge'ez, further complicated the text's authentication. The influence of key religious figures and councils cannot be underestimated. Rabbinic Judaism, for instance, was often cautious of apocalyptic literature, finding its focus on the end times and its speculative nature to be at odds with the more practical and immediate concerns of Jewish life and law. Early Christian councils, like the councils of Hippo and Carthage in the late 4th century, played pivotal roles in shaping the Christian canon. Texts were assessed not only for their theological content but also for their alignment with the emergent Orthodox Christian doctrine. The Book of Enoch, with its unique perspectives and content, did not find consistent champions among these influential figures and gatherings. As mentioned, the Ethiopian Christian tradition embraced the Book of Enoch, suggesting that geographical and cultural isolation can preserve texts that might be marginalized elsewhere. In regions with more active theological debates and exchanges, like the Roman Empire, there was a continual process of refinement and selection in which texts like the Book of Enoch were sidelined in favor of others that better supported prevailing theological stances. Lastly, it's essential to recognize that the process of canonization was not merely a reflection of divine will as understood by humanity, but also a product of human deliberation and decision-making. Texts were debated, championed, opposed, and sometimes rediscovered, leading to a canon that evolved over time. Within the pages of the Book of Enoch lies a cosmic journey unlike any other, transporting its viewers through various heavens, each with its own distinct nature, inhabitants, and mysteries. Enoch's voyage into these celestial realms provides a fascinating glimpse into an ancient understanding of the universe, a layered cosmos teeming with divine beings and profound secrets. The journey begins with Enoch's ascent into the first heaven, a realm familiar in its earthly characteristics. Here he observes the stars, the luminaries of the heavens, meticulously following their appointed paths. But even in this recognizable space, there's a touch of the ethereal, with angels controlling the elements and ensuring the proper functioning of the natural world. Ascending further, Enoch reaches the second heaven. This realm presents a stark contrast, characterized by a state of turmoil. It is here that he encounters the rebellious angels, the Watchers, imprisoned and awaiting their final judgment. Their sorrowful state serves as a poignant reminder of the consequences of defying the divine order. The third heaven is a realm of contrasts. Enoch witnesses paradisiacal gardens resplendent with fragrant trees, and the righteous enjoying their rewards. Yet adjacent to this beauty lies a place of punishment, where the wicked endure their retribution. It's a realm that vividly illustrates the dualistic nature of reward and punishment in the afterlife. In the fourth heaven, Enoch's celestial education continues as he learns of the intricate movements of the sun and the moon. He is introduced to the angels responsible for each of these celestial bodies, emphasizing the meticulous order governing the universe. The fifth heaven holds a somber ambiance. Here Enoch meets the Grigori, a group of angels who lament their earthly descent and the loss of their heavenly status. Their melancholic songs echo the sentiments of regret and longing for the divine proximity they once enjoyed. Enoch's journey into the sixth heaven reveals a realm of celestial harmony. Angels move with precision, controlling the stars, seasons, years, days, and hours. Their coordinated efforts emphasize the idea of a universe that, despite its vastness, operates in perfect synchronicity. Reaching the seventh heaven, Enoch stands in awe of the ineffable. The veil between the mortal and the divine is at its thinnest here. He witnesses innumerable angels singing praises in unison, their voices like the roaring waters. This realm also houses the archangels, those entrusted with the most significant responsibilities, like overseeing the peoples of the earth and recording their deeds. The journey doesn't end here, though. Enoch is granted access to realms even beyond, witnessing the very throne of God in the 10th heaven. This sacred space, where few have ventured, is described with reverence and wonder, emphasizing its brilliance and the indescribable majesty of the Most High. Throughout these heavenly travels, Enoch is not merely a passive observer. He engages in dialogues with angelic beings, receiving explanations and gaining insights into the workings of the cosmos. These interactions underscore the idea that knowledge, understanding, and wisdom are gifts attainable by those who seek them with sincerity. The Book of Enoch's celestial voyage offers viewers more than just a fantastical journey. It provides a metaphysical framework revealing a universe that is orderly, purposeful, and guided by divine principles. Each heaven serves as a reflection on aspects of existence from the tangible to the purely spiritual, from the consequences of choices made to the eternal nature of the soul. The tale of the Watchers in the Book of Enoch is captivating. These celestial overseers transgress divine commandments by succumbing to temptation and taking human wives, leading to the birth of the Nephilim, giants whose presence disrupts the natural order. The Watchers further compound their error by imparting forbidden knowledge to humanity, leading to vice and corruption. Archangels like Michael and Raphael intervene, with Raphael binding the leader of the Watchers and Michael confronting the Nephilim. This culminates in the Great Flood, cleansing the earth of corruption, with Noah guided by visions to preserve life. The narrative warns against overstepping boundaries and explores themes of temptation and the balance between free will and divine order. Despite the darkness, it carries a message of hope through righteous figures like Noah, showcasing the persistence of divine wisdom and guiding rectitude. The enigma of the Nephilim looms large within ancient texts, and nowhere is their tale more vividly recounted than in the Book of Enoch. These beings, birthed from the union of the Watchers and human women, are depicted as giants wielding immense physical power and possessing a nature that blends the celestial with the terrestrial. Their existence, while brief in the grand scheme of cosmic history, leaves an indelible mark on both humanity and the annals of angelic transgressions. Emerging from the forbidden union of angels and humans, the Nephilim are characterized by their great stature and voracious appetites. Their presence on earth becomes a source of devastation. Consumed by insatiable hunger, they devour the produce of the land, and when that proves insufficient, they turn to consuming animals and, alarmingly, humans. This cannibalistic tendency amplifies the chaos already set in motion by the Watchers, pushing the earth further into a spiral of violence and moral decay. But the malevolence of the Nephilim isn't solely attributed to their physical actions. Their very existence signifies a breach in the natural order. In biblical cosmology, each being has a designated place and purpose. The Nephilim, as hybrids, blur these divinely ordained boundaries, challenging the demarcations between angel, human, and beast. They stand as symbols of the consequences of transgressing divine decrees and of the dangers of unchecked desires. The Nephilim's reign on earth, however, is not to last. The Celestial Council, alarmed by the depth of corruption and the cries of anguish rising from humanity, decrees the eradication of these giants. The archangels are dispatched with mandates to restore order. Wars erupt, both among the Nephilim themselves, driven by their inherent aggression, and against angelic forces seeking to implement divine justice. The earth becomes a battleground, drenched in the blood of the very beings that once sought to dominate it. Their eventual demise, both at the hands of each other and through divine intervention, culminates in the Great Flood. This deluge, wiping away the majority of life on earth, ensures the obliteration of the Nephilim, leaving only tales of their might and the lessons drawn from their existence. Yet the legacy of the Nephilim extends beyond their physical presence on earth. Echoes of their narrative are found scattered throughout various cultures and epics. Tales of giants, beings of extraordinary strength and size, are common in mythologies worldwide, from the Greek Titans to the Norse Jotnar. While it's speculative to draw direct connections, the universality of such narratives points to a collective fascination with the idea of beings that straddle the boundary between the human and the divine. Their story also raises profound theological and existential questions. How do the boundaries between different realms of existence get defined, and what happens when they are crossed? Can hybrid entities born of both light and darkness find redemption, or are they inevitably doomed? The Nephilim's tragic end might suggest the latter, but their tale also serves as a cautionary reflection on the consequences of desire unchecked by wisdom. The Nephilim narrative in the Book of Enoch serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of disregarding boundaries, whether earthly or divine. It warns against the chaos that follows when beings act without considering the broader cosmic balance. While the Book of Enoch is rich in angelic lore and tales of transgression, it also delivers prophetic visions. Through Enoch's eyes, we glimpse into the future, witnessing divine justice, mercy, and humanity's ultimate fate unfold over millennia. One profound vision is the allegory of animals, where human history is symbolized by the actions of various creatures. Sheep represent the Israelites, facing trials and victories, while predatory animals symbolize oppressive forces throughout history. This allegory captures the essence of human triumphs, betrayals, and divine interventions in a symbolic narrative. Enoch's prophecies encompass both immediate and eschatological events. He foresees the judgment awaiting the fallen angels and their offspring, the Nephilim, who will face a cataclysmic end. Additionally, Enoch speaks of a future era marked by moral decay, but also heralds the arrival of a messianic figure endowed with divine authority to restore righteousness and justice. Alongside these prophecies, Enoch envisions a cosmic upheaval signaling the end times, where nature itself will be in tumult, leading to the establishment of a renewed earth under divine rule. Despite his prophetic role, Enoch actively seeks clarification and deeper insights into these visions through dialogues with angelic guides. This active engagement underscores the complexity of the prophecies, and Enoch's earnest desire to comprehend the divine plan fully. What makes these predictions compelling is their blend of immediacy and timelessness. While tied to historical epics, the themes of justice, redemption, and divine intervention resonate across ages, offering insights into humanity's role within the broader cosmic play. Enoch's prophecies raise questions about predestination and free will, suggesting that while events may seem preordained, human actions can shape the future. His understanding of the cosmic calendar, detailed within the Book of Enoch, reflects a harmonious relationship between earthly cycles and celestial decrees. The cosmic calendar presented in the text goes beyond mere timekeeping, offering insights into the rhythm of the universe. It follows a solar calendar of 364 days, divided into 4 quarters aligned with key solar events. Each quarter consists of 3 months, meticulously accounting for days to maintain harmony with the solar cycle. Enoch's calendar stands in contrast to lunar calendars, which rely on the moon's phases and often require intercalary days or months to align with the solar year. Enoch's revelations about this solar calendar weren't mere astronomical observations. They carried spiritual significance. The precise alignment of festivals, days of rest, and other significant events on this calendar ensured that humanity's activities on Earth resonated with the celestial rhythm, creating an attunement between the terrestrial and the divine. This synchronization is paramount in Enoch's teachings. Discrepancies in adhering to the right calendar are not viewed merely as logistical errors but as spiritual transgressions. Observances, rituals, and festivals performed out of sync with the cosmic calendar risk being devoid of their intended spiritual efficacy. Enoch warns of the perils of adhering to a flawed calendar system, suggesting that it could lead to estrangement from the divine and engender chaos in the earthly realm. Beyond the solar year's structure, Enoch describes broader cosmic cycles, vast periods marked by significant celestial and earthly events. These cycles reveal a universe operating on a scale beyond human comprehension, underscoring divine order and balance. Every event, no matter how small, fits into a grand cosmic scheme, reflecting interconnectedness and purpose. Enoch's cosmic calendar bridges the tangible and intangible, using celestial movements to convey spiritual significance. It offers a framework for aligning with divine energies, guiding humanity towards harmony with the universe. For modern readers, Enoch's cosmic calendar provides more than historical or astronomical insight. It emphasizes the timeless interplay between order and chaos, offering a touchstone amidst uncertainties. It invites reflection on our place within the broader universe. Enoch's visions of the end times, filled with apocalyptic imagery, reveal the culmination of human history and the universe's ultimate destiny. These revelations, integrated into the narrative, describe an era of profound upheavals, both earthly and celestial, marking the end of one age and the beginning of another. The cosmos itself seems to groan in anticipation, with celestial bodies behaving erratically and nature itself teetering on the edge of chaos. Central to these visions is the idea of judgment. The wicked, both human and supernatural, face dire consequences for their actions. Fallen angels, once luminous beings now tainted by transgression, find themselves bound in chains awaiting fiery abysses' torment. Humanity, too, isn't spared. Those who have chosen the path of wickedness face retribution, their deeds weighed and measured against a divine standard. Yet it isn't an unrelenting tale of doom interspersed with these grim portents or promises of hope and renewal. Enoch speaks of a son of man, a messianic figure endowed with authority and power. This entity, radiant and just, stands as a beacon of hope amidst the encroaching darkness. He is tasked with meting out justice, ensuring that the righteous are rewarded and the wicked face their due consequences. Enoch's end-time visions also hint at the cosmic scope of these events. It isn't merely an earthbound saga, the entire universe seems to pivot around this climactic juncture. Celestial bodies align, resonating with energies that ripple across galaxies. Stars, often symbolic of angelic entities, play their part, with some falling from grace while others shine even brighter, heralding the new age's onset. Yet for all its grandeur and cosmic scale, Enoch's apocalyptic narrative carries a deeply personal message. It serves as a call to introspection, urging individuals to reflect on their lives, choices, and the legacies they wish to leave behind. It's a reminder that while the universe operates on scales beyond human comprehension, each individual's actions ripple through time, influencing events in ways both subtle and profound. In many ways, Enoch's visions of the end times are a mirror reflecting humanity's deepest fears and highest hopes. They speak of a world on the brink, fraught with peril yet holding the promise of a brighter tomorrow. They remind viewers of the dual nature of existence, where darkness and light, chaos and order, constantly vie for dominance. One of the primary theological implications derived from the Book of Enoch revolves around the nature of evil. The tale of the Watchers, their descent, and subsequent corruption of humanity challenges traditional notions of sin's origin. Instead of the familiar narrative where humanity's transgressions lead to a fall from grace, Enoch presents a scenario where celestial beings instigate this moral decay. This inversion prompts a re-evaluation of responsibility and the inherent nature of beings, both celestial and terrestrial. The figure of Enoch himself, a human deemed righteous enough to walk with deities, reshapes the discourse on divinity and humanity's relationship with it. Enoch's transformation from a mortal to a celestial entity blurs the boundaries between the divine and the human. It suggests a potential for elevation, a possibility for humanity to transcend its limitations and partake in the divine, albeit under specific circumstances and through divine decree. Yet for all its profundity, the Book of Enoch's exclusion from many canonical texts raises questions about authority, orthodoxy, and the nature of inspired scriptures. Its very existence challenges the boundaries of canonical authority, prompting believers to grapple with questions about revelation's nature, the criteria for inclusion within sacred compendiums, and the interplay between tradition, authority, and individual experience. Its tales, whether of angelic transgressions, cosmic journeys, or apocalyptic visions, serve as metaphors for the human condition, encapsulating the struggles, aspirations, and eternal quest for understanding that define the human journey. The enigmatic figure of Enoch, with his profound teachings and celestial journeys, occupies a unique space in the tapestry of Abrahamic traditions. His representation and significance vary across Christian, Judaic, and Islamic narratives, showcasing the rich interplay of theology, history, and cultural exchanges. In Christian traditions, the Book of Enoch, particularly the Ethiopian version, holds considerable significance. The early church fathers, including the likes of Tertullian, considered the text canonical and believed it to contain divinely inspired teachings. Enoch's descriptions of the Son of Man were, for many early Christians, seen as prophetic allusions to Jesus Christ. However, as Christianity evolved with its doctrines becoming more defined, the Book of Enoch began to be viewed with suspicion. By the end of the 4th century, it was excluded from the canon of most Christian traditions, barring the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, where it still retains a position of reverence. Enoch's revelations about the Nephilim, the hybrid offspring of Watchers and human women, are equally pervasive in cultural and religious imaginings. These giants, embodying both the divine and the human, serve as symbols of unchecked power, the dangers of crossing natural boundaries, and divine judgment. Tales reminiscent of the Nephilim can be found in various cultures, suggesting a shared human fascination with beings that straddle the line between God and man. The apocalyptic elements of Enoch have had a profound societal resonance, especially in times of widespread change or perceived moral decay. Enoch's visions of a world cleansed of wickedness and the eventual triumph of the righteous have provided solace to those living through turmoil during the early Christian era as believers faced persecution, and later during the tumultuous Middle Ages. Enoch's prophecies of divine intervention served as a beacon of hope, assuring believers of the impermanence of earthly suffering. In the broader societal context, the Book of Enoch also serves as a cautionary tale on the dangers of unchecked power and the responsibilities that come with knowledge. The fallen watchers, despite their divine origins, face dire consequences for overstepping their boundaries. This theme serves as a timeless reminder of the need for humility, ethics, and the recognition of limits. The book directly and openly talks about strange creatures with advanced technology that visited our Earth. They shared their technology with their hybrid offspring, which was a huge detriment to humanity. The book describes very clearly how and why all evidence of this was wiped out by the Great Flood. One thing is for sure, there is something in this book that bothers a lot of people. Is this not evidence of ancient aliens visiting Earth? How did Enoch ascend and descend on his journeys to heaven and back? Can we assume that these were extraterrestrials and that Enoch was in contact with one of the sovereigns of this society? Answers to which no one is looking for the answers today, at least not overtly, because these writings have been denied and branded as apocryphal. We thank you for being here. We hope to see you in the next video to continue learning and growing our faith together by clicking like, subscribe, and click notification. May God bless you.